inspired me to start my own home care agency is the fact that my whole life I knew I wanted to help people. I knew in some capacity I wanted to be in my community making changes and making a difference. And I just didn't know exactly how I wanted to do so. I met Coach Jesse and he told me exactly what in-home care was and what exactly he did. I knew that this was exactly what I was looking for. At the capacity of how I wanted to help and how I wanted to give back, all the things that I know I'm able to do. Him providing me with the insight of the ins and outs and how the whole industry worked, I knew that this was what I wanted to do. What were your biggest challenges or concerns before starting the process? So my biggest challenge before starting this process was the fact that I never knew anything about this industry. I knew that there was care for people that was needed. I knew that this was something that could be done, but I personally have never did it. My background is not in home care. My background is not in this at all. So the biggest concern I had, or the biggest challenge I knew I would face, was that I had to learn this business. I had to learn it not only as a business owner, but also as what is out there and what the industry actually consists of. How did you feel when you finally received your state license? When I finally received my state license, it was a wonderful time. I celebrated from the long nights, the early mornings, and the long weekends that I put in to get to this point. There was a lot of time, there was a lot of execution, there was a lot of work on my side that I had to do that I've never done before. So that when I finally received that license, when I got that email from the state of Maryland saying that I was licensed and ready to go, I celebrated. I enjoyed it. I took a step back, and I was just very thankful that I got to this point. What made you choose to work with Jesse as your coach? So choosing Coach Jesse as my coach was easy for me. After meeting him and talking to him, getting to know him as a person, and then also seeing how he ran his business, I knew that this was actually the coach for me. I knew this would be the person that would get me to the point to be able to run my business on my own. It was a no-brainer for me to work with Coach Jesse because, it was genuine knowledge and understanding, and then just the way he communicates with you made it where, any questions you had, he was able to answer. How did the VIP coaching and program support you throughout the process? So the VIP coaching and program support throughout the process was great. The actual process itself is easy. It's like step A to B to C to D. Like, it tells you exactly what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, where you're supposed to do it. And then the VIP coaching was just like the icing on the cake. Coach Jesse was there to answer any questions. I can call him at any time. It was that easy, and he was that reachable. Like, he lets you get to him and talk to him and ask the questions you need to ask. So, the VIP program was great. What aspects of the program did you find most valuable? So the part of the program that I found most valuable definitely was the one-on-one coaching. Coach Jesse was there to answer all my calls. I called him early in the morning. I called him late at night. I texted him throughout the day. I called him and texted him and emailed him while he was on vacation. He still answered my calls. He answered my texts, and he was there to help me when it got to a point where I was stuck or confused or didn't know what the next part was. He made it easy for me to move on to the next part because he was always available and there to answer any question. How has achieving this milestone changed your life or business outlook so far? Receiving my license to be an in-home care agency has changed me drastically. My whole mindset on being an entrepreneur and a businessman has changed. This is a new lane for me. So once I got to this part where I seen that I was able to do this and actually own my own business and be able to change from what I was doing before, I knew that this was a great achievement, and the program definitely got me to this point. What are your next steps now that you're officially licensed? So now that I'm officially licensed, my next step is to start marketing my business, putting my brand out there and going and finding good health care providers, good caregivers, and to be able to serve these clients. So the next step definitely is, marketing and going out and starting to build my team. What would you say to someone who is thinking about working with Jesse to start their home care agency? So someone that's thinking about working with Coach Jesse to start their home care agency, I would tell you, don't wait. If you have any doubts that you're not sure this is exactly where you should be or what you should be doing, just talk to him. Talk to him, ask him all the questions you have, and I promise you he'll answer all your questions. But at the end of the day, if you got a passion for this and this is something that you truly want to do and you want to help the community and you want to change lives, then working with Coach Jesse to start your business is hands down the way to go. Why do you think this program is worth investing for someone who's in your position? So for someone that was in the position I was in and you weren't sure if making this investment was the right move, after speaking with Coach Jesse and him breaking down exactly how the process works and what he can do and the knowledge that he has, it's going to make it a no-brainer for you. It's 100% worth the investment. Don't think twice. If you know and you sick and you're tired of working for someone else or someone else telling you how, when, and do stuff, then this is the move you should make. The investment that you make to get to the part of where you're able to have the freedom is definitely worth it, and I would do it again.